Good morning. Hi, guys. It's Monday morning, June 15th. It's so hard to keep track of time, but Monday morning, June 15th, and I just found out, like last Friday, that Governor Murphy, our governor of New Jersey, has lifted the ban that as of next Monday, sometime I have a lot to figure out, but I can go back to work. And I've got new guidelines and so on to figure out with massage and you know, touching people and all that. But here's the thing. It seems so long ago. It was the week of March 16th when we were shut down, when everybody had to self-quarantine and go home and stay in their house. And that was 13 weeks ago. Okay, 13 weeks. So 12 full weeks. I'm going into my 13th week, which kind of like, I have to say, kind of like, it's really symbolic for me because 13 has always been my lucky number, always. Like I grew up at 13 Edgewood Drive. When I was growing up, the last few digits of my phone number were 13, and the last two digits were 13, and my father always told us it was a lucky number, and like I always believed that. And then this is what I want to show. So it's so, I guess, I don't know what it has been for me. And I know a lot of people are superstitious since 13. Sometimes they don't even have a 13th row on an airplane, or they don't have a 13th row in office buildings. And 13, everyone's superstitious about 13. And I've always been like just the opposite. And then it was about, I think about over 30 years ago. I have to show, I even brought, this is like almost like show and tell, but 30 years ago, if you've ever, Joseph Campbell, who, sometimes people don't become really famous until they die. Joseph Campbell was a professor of mythology at like Sarah Lawrence College or something. I never heard of him before, but in 1988 or 89, right before I opened my business that winter, I saw on PBS with Bill Moyers. Everybody knows and loves Bill Moyers. He did this 6-part, 2 hours each, The Power of Myth. Okay, I even bought the seat. These are these are VCRs. The VCRs. I think they were like $150 back then. That's how much I loved it. I took notes. I've watched these numerous times. I learned so much about mythology, and Joseph Campbell. I have to say, he filmed these at George Lucas's estate. George Lucas is the guy who created all of the Star Wars movies. They're all based on mythology, okay? So this is where I'm going. But so this is all like mythologies throughout time. There's been like this story of myths in every culture, and Joseph Campbell wove it all together, and I was just like mesmerized by what I was learning. It tied together my religious training, anthropology, like psychology, like everything. It was brilliant. He talked about the hero's journey. There was so much I learned then that I took forth into my, I would think I was about 29 years old or 30 years old. I felt like it was like a really turning point for me. Anyway, so this, in The Power of Myth, one of the things that he talked about was the number 13. How the number 13 in mythology is the number or the symbol for transformation. And he said that throughout time, throughout different cultures, the number 13. So he even, and I've showed this to many people in person. I've never done this on a video, but I have to share it with you because the number 13, I think, is very symbolic. Here we are going through not only the pandemic, but the last few weeks of this upheaval, turning point in our racial injustice, or however you want to define it. But here's the thing, that our forefathers who created this country, Thomas Jefferson and all those folks that, like these men that had an idea. They had an idea of a new world, freedom, based on freedom of religion, all this freedom. It's all about freedom and a new world. So they left, they came over. And so when they purposely, do you remember, like we had 13 colonies, right? We had 13 colonies. So here's the thing. If you ever look at a $1 bill, here's a $1. Joseph Campbell taught me this. Okay, Joseph Campbell. I didn't make this up, I swear. And obviously I didn't make up on the back of the dollar bill. If you don't have to get one out now, but you can watch. On the back of the dollar bill, I'm going to show you here. You probably never, who looks at a dollar bill? This is the kind of stuff we should have learned in school, I think. On the back of the dollar bill there's an eagle, right? There's an eagle. Every day there's an eagle on the back of the dollar, on probably millions and millions of dollar bills floating around the world. This eagle, and the eagle has 13 stars in a circle above its head. 13 stars symbolizing the 13 colonies. They purposely chose to have 13 colonies. These men were, I don't know, like they were mystics, I guess, or something, but they knew all this. So they picked 13 colonies. And then, and then the eagle on one side with his claw, I guess, one side there's 13, what do you call it? Swords, symbolizing war. So he's got 13 swords on one claw, holding that. And on the other claw, I guess, he's holding 13 olive branches. Olive branches, the symbol for peace, right? So 13 olive branches, 13 swords, and purposely the head of the eagle is facing towards the olive branches, towards peace, okay? So that's on this side of the dollar bill, or down here. Here's his swords, here's his olive branches, here's his 13 stars. That's that. 13, my lucky number. Then on this side, so don't be afraid of 13. It's the number for transformation. Joseph Campbell said, make no mistake. Jesus had 12 disciples, and he was number 13. And he named all these other things that have 13. That's the one I remember about Jesus. I went to Catholic school. So, and over here, this is the pyramid. This is a pyramid. And above, and there's a pyramid at the top with like he calls it the eye of God. It's just it has an eye. There's an eyeball in a triangle. I guess a triangle is also very symbolic. And above the eye of God, it says, he who looks, in Latin, of course, it says, anuit. I can't see you, I can't, quit. It's a word I've never heard. But it means he who looks down upon us. Okay, so he who looks down upon us. And underneath, in Latin of the pyramid, it says the new world to come. So he who looks down upon us, the new world to come, we are still unfolding in the United States of America, this new world, freedom and justice for all, founded on peace. My coffee mug every morning that I drink coffee out of from my friend Mary is peace. Something that we all have to drink to and remember. It all starts with us, each person. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. So anyway, 13, my 13th week of self-quarantine. I'm going back to work like sometime next week or whatever. I feel like it is going to be different. It's going to be different. I have all these new procedures and things I have to do, but I feel different. Like, not just the outside. I'm gonna from the inside. Somehow, yeah. I don't know if you guys feel it too, but it's like that. But that's how we create a new world, from inside out. From the inside out. When we change from within, when we change our ideas, when we change our mind, when we change our behaviors, when we change our thoughts, when we change all these things, then we walk through the day, and our interactions change with people, and things change. It's a ripple effect. And so I'm excited. I don't know. It's like a new beginning. So this is my 13th week, and I'm feeling like, bring it on. Like this week, I'm ready for like the more realization, more reflection, more ideas, more clarity, and ready to there's more to come. A lot more to share. I have a lot of big changes here in my life, as we probably all do, I'm sure. But I was so excited about, this is my 13th week, and sharing the number 13, and my thing about Joseph Campbell. I have to say, he's probably been one of the biggest life-changing teachers for me. Never met the guy in person, and I think it was right after he filmed these with Bill Moyers at George Lucas's estate, Skywalker Estate in California. He died shortly after that. So this is his life's work here. Life's work. You can get it on DVD. I'm sure you could probably see things on the internet for free and all that. I paid it was a lot of money then, 30 years ago, $150, but I've got more than my money's worth. And number 13, lucky 13, our forefathers, God bless America and our 13 colonies, and we've grown into 50 states. And, we just need to unite, and remember what this country was founded on: freedom and justice for all. Not just, they didn't say freedom and justice for the people with, this color skin or that. There was freedom and justice for all, It's too bad, like, we threw out the Indians, but, we can't, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. So I'm hoping that maybe there'll be a big shift, because for the whole United States of America, this is the 13th week since we've been quarantined, or like some people are back to work, but who knows? The number for transformation. Transformation is a process that a lot of people are afraid of, and but it's potentially all good. It's actually miraculous. It's necessary. So anyway, have a wonderful day, and I'll be back in touch. I'll share more, but just wanted to share that with you. Take out your dollar bill. Next time you take out your dollar bill, look at the back and go, oh my gosh, why didn't we? I think we should have learned that in school. Like, we should know about that. That's the kind of stuff we need to learn about, besides our reading, writing, and arithmetic, Okay, so now you know. Number 13, don't be afraid. It's a very spiritual number. It's a symbol for transformation. I didn't make that up, like I said. So anyway, peace, and have a wonderful day, and something to think about. Be well. Bye.